everybody. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope you've gotten used to being at home for a little while. It's going to be a little bit strange this week. I just wanted to kind of get in touch with you all for a little bit and give you a heads up on how the digital classroom is kind of going to work with at least for our classes. There's going to be a few things we're going to talk about. The first thing I just kind of wanted to, non-school related, I was looking at a presentation on how the simulation of exponential growth and how the virus spreads, and just kind of wanted to talk about what it is, why we're here, why it's important for us to stay at home versus being out in public. And so there was a simulation. I posted this earlier today on social media, and there was this cool thing about, and you can see it now, how this is kind of how people interact, and if we're all kind of not trying to stay at home, it's all going to be pretty much spreading all the time, and it's pretty quick to spread, right? What is social distancing going to do in terms of things like that? And so if you just let it go, then it spreads and spreads and spreads really fast. And so, and the simulation there is just natural, everybody going on, and you're going to get sick. Second simulation is like a quarantine. You block off a certain part of the population for a little while, but no quarantine's actually 100% effective. And so when you see it, you can see how some now are getting out, and just even though part of them are kept isolated, some get out, at least one or two, and then that's enough to spread it out. And so the quarantine doesn't always work. So that's what you saw there. The next one is, what if we allowed just 25% of the population to kind of move around? I think that's where we're going with everything right now. And you can see there's a lot less motion on the simulation. You can see that the dots are still getting, this disease is still spreading a little bit, but not really as bad. You can see the chart at the top that it goes up, the infection goes up, but not really fast, which allows us to handle it. The last one, what if we had some extreme measures in place, and only 1/8 of the population is moving around, right? Essential people that had to get out and go to work. And here you can see it's extremely slow to spread, right? This would be kind of best case scenario if that's even possible. But the point is, it's just this is what we're trying to do. The more we can keep together, the more that we can have less communication or less spread, then the faster we're going to be able to get through this thing. Anyway, I just wanted to share that, kind of like why are we doing this, and is this really a big deal? It is a big deal. And if people don't stay at home and kind of stop going and meeting, then, well, you're going to spread it, right? Because if you just meet up with 2 or 3 other people, but those 2 or 3 other people had already met up with 2 or 3 other people the previous night, then you can see how that exponential growth happens. Right? There's a math class. So exponential growth is something that you understand. Statistics, that's a simulation. Those were random dots moving in random directions at random times. And every single simulation you run, if you go to the back to that website and you click on it, and I'll post a link down at the bottom so you can kind of look at it yourself, it's different every single time, right? And so almost every single time, the social distancing thing tends to work, and it tends to help stop the spread of the virus. So that's kind of what we're doing. So stay home, stay safe, find something fun to do. In other plans, we're going to talk a little bit about the Google Classroom and what I'm going to be doing. So each day, I'll post a link down below, or a doc down below, so you can see your own plan for whatever class you're in, and it'll have kind of a general idea of what we're going to be doing for this week. And I'll do that every Sunday, for as long as we're out. I'll post a sheet to summarize how it's going to work and kind of give you a preview of what's going on. The lessons are not going to be long. In fact, you're going to feel like it's a short, like, where's the rest of it? But here again, I'm more interested in getting better understanding as we go along, because we move along a little bit slower now. We'll just kind of feel how that works out. Anyway, I'm going to post different summaries at the beginning of the week. The goal is really to give you a short video lesson, and that video lesson could be notes if it's a new topic, or it's going to be me doing some examples from your homework that maybe you've already been assigned, and then I'll give you a short assignment to do after the fact. What I'll probably do, each day I'm going to have like a 5-question, like multiple choice quiz on Google Forms, and I'll post that link each day as we go along. And you'll go in and you'll do the assignment, and then you'll go in and you'll have a chance to put your answers in from your homework assignment. And sometimes it'll be graded and sometimes it won't, right? Probably going to take around 2 grades a week. So you can kind of pick and choose that we'll see how it works. It'll be multiple choice, and if you've done your homework and you can even ask me questions about it, right? This is not a gotcha thing. This is really intentionally trying to get you to be more understanding, right? We're going to take it slow, step at a time, so not to go too fast to get ahead of you. And the goal here is to bring you up to a place where you can really express your understanding. For those topics, and when typing is really not doing justice, then we're going to be able to try to do some meetings. And I can host subject meetings. We'll have pre-cal, or we'll have AP Stat, or statistical reasoning. If that's something that you want, I'll have a time set up, and we're going to use an app called Google Meet. And this is for universal. If you're on a laptop, there's a web app. You don't even have to download anything. But if you want to use it on your phone, or if you have a tablet, then you'll have to go to your respective app store, and you can download it for free. And you can use a personal account, or you can use your school account. As of right now, all the features are free. Google's let everything. They've turned all the features on. We get it because we're a Google school, so it wouldn't matter. But it's really nice. We can have up to 250 people on the conversation at one time. So it's fine. I mean, if you have other friends that are taking this class that are struggling, you're more than welcome to share the code that I send out, and we can have a conversation. But let's keep that kind of serious. If you have questions, that's what it's for. It'll be difficult. I'm not sure how this can work out. It's more explanation. I can talk to you, me writing out explanations. If you have genuine questions about specific topics, then what I really want to do is I really want you to send me a message, or you can comment on Classroom, or just send me an email saying, I'm struggling with these particular questions. Can you help me out? And I can write out some stuff and send it back to you, or even make a little video and post that under the topic for that day, and help everybody out that's probably dealing with the same issues you are. You're just the one brave enough to ask the questions at the right times. So check Google Meet out. It'll be an app download if you're on a mobile device. It'll be a website if you're on a laptop. And so if you've got any questions, please email me. Please feel free to ask your questions. I'll put some different things up on Classroom. If you have questions or things like that, you can check those out. Just kind of, if anybody needs to know this, the North Georgia Co-op and First Baptist Church, Buford, are providing meals at this time. So if you need those kinds of things, then please don't hesitate to go and ask them, or find their website. And I know that there's a plan for the school to do the same thing as well, and they'll be releasing that just as soon as they have that finalized. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me at any time. I definitely will be available from 8 o'clock in the morning until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But you know me, I'm probably going to be available most of the time. So give that a shot, and we'll take this just one day at a time. Hope you guys have a great afternoon, and I will see you first thing in the morning, sort of. Have a good day.